Hi there everyone, it's Misty here. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I have a Colourpop haul to share with you guys. And I want to kind of talk about my thoughts and opinions about Colourpop and going forward, etc. So let me go ahead and pull everything out of this. So initially I wasn't going to place an order. If you guys are not following along, I did do a video where I talked a low buy for 2020. I have a $250 beauty budget. But look at the inside of this box. This packaging is absolutely gorgeous. So I basically said that I wasn't going to purchase anything unless it was eyeshadows and unless it was like limited edition or something. And so I had my eye on these new palettes from Colourpop, these 5-pan palettes, and I wasn't going to get them, but Hannah from Smoky Glow, she mentioned that in several videos, these were what she was wearing, and I thought her eyeshadow looked beautiful. And she also said that the quality was very on par with the Tati Beauty. Tati Beauty palette is one of my absolute favorite palettes. I really hope she comes back. Please, Tati, please come back for me. Do it for me. So I picked up all 5 of their new kind of 5-pan palettes. And then I picked up the Wild Child little eye collection. So we'll walk through that. As I'm doing that, I wanted to kind of talk about this may be my last Colourpop haul. So let's go through this though. This is Amore. And these Passion, Romeo, Affair, Woo, and Darling. And these may be repeats, I don't know. They are kind of tiny. They remind me of the Natasha Denona palettes, but the pans look like they're pretty good size. These, of course, are kind of mauvey berries. And the glitter does feel really, really good. The shimmer is also really, really pretty. I'm not going to swatch all of these because we will be here for days. So one thing that I have found issue with, and I think a lot of people have found issue with Colourpop, is just the amount of shit they release. Pardon my French. They release so much, it's hard to keep up with. Like, did you guys know they did a Lunar New Year release? I didn't know they did a Lunar New Year release. And I think they're supposed to be coming out with these kind of palettes for Valentine's Day. We're what, 4 days away from Valentine's Day and we haven't seen that yet. This is the Cherish palette. So this one doesn't have a glitter. It just has some shimmers. My issue is partly that. These are a bit more like coppery tones. Again, this is the Cherish palette. Oh, I'm not going to swatch them, but here, let me swatch them. Not great swatches. But anyway, so I just think it's just so much, especially since the last couple of palettes they've done them in plastic again. I don't understand why they can't just stick with the cardboard, which is so much more recyclable, especially since you can pull out, use a magnet and pull out the pans. So that, I think a lot of us are having an issue with that, kind of this fast fashion of, sorry, that was bothering me. Kind of this fast fashion idea of makeup where it's like we have to release 4 new releases every single week. I mean, they literally just did the Animal Crossing and now they have something new coming out. And now they're doing this pull-up challenge where money goes toward, I think it's Black Lives Matter or something. This is the Ballad. This is definitely a more cool tone palette. The issue with that for me though, and I posted something on their Twitter when they were talking about Black History Month, it's like, but you're not inclusive. It's like you do such a good job on your complexion products, right? They have pretty decent shade range for their concealers and for their foundations, but their eyeshadow, there's a lot of it that's not darker skin friendly, and people have been begging for them to be more inclusive with their eyeshadows, and it shouldn't be an issue because they manufacture in-house. That's why we get so many releases, because they can basically go from concept to product within a week because they do it all in-house. This is a Lyric. This is a bit more dark, kind of like a brownie brassy color. Got a little bit of gold. So that, and I just found it to be so hypocritical with them going on and on about Black history, and then, you know, oh, tag your favorite Black creator or whatever. And it's like, okay, like you cannot use Black History Month and Black creators as some kind of marketing ploy when you're not inclusive with your eyeshadows and stuff for people of color. And I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what you think about it. I mean, it's not like I need any more gosh darn eyeshadow anyway. But Colourpop has been one of my favorite companies. And, you know, at first it was like, okay, you know, maybe they're working on something, maybe they're coming out with something. And they did come out with this Wild Child, but it's like, they could, like the Garden Variety palette. I've seen Tammy here on YouTube who's made use of some of them, but a lot of them don't work for her skin tone. This is Crush, so this is the 5th one. And this is definitely more of a coppery kind of color story. Really pretty. Really pretty. So that's kind of where my thought process is with Colourpop. You guys will have to let me know what you think, or if you feel like... Here's the thing. I have been very loud and a huge proponent of equal rights. It doesn't matter if you're gay, bi, trans, Black, you know, whatever. I am a Taurus and a damn decent human being, and I think everybody should be treated equally. And it really bothers me when people treat people of color like they're second-class citizens, or they don't spend money, they don't buy makeup. This is all bullshit rhetoric that's been going on for years in the makeup industry, and it needs to stop. It has to stop. Stop it. There's no reason for you not to be inclusive. It's 2021. Can we not be inclusive of every skin tone, every skin color? You know, it's eyeshadow. You're literally going from the brain to the package in 7 days. There's no reason why you shouldn't be creating for darker skin. It doesn't make any sense. And it makes me so angry. And it also makes me angry that they're producing so much, because the consistency has not been the same. There's some palettes where it's like, oh, this consistency is great. This is the Eau de Colourpop. I love it. And the very next palette you get, you're like, this is absolute garbage, fire garbage. What is going on? So I really think this may end up being my last haul from Colourpop until they can get their shit together. And again, do I need more eyeshadow? Nah. I mean, I basically have every color of the rainbow, but again, it's just the principle behind it. It's like, there's no reason. There's none. So yeah, so those are the 5 mini palettes. I think they came out with these 5-pan palettes for Valentine's Day too. Like I said, I probably won't get these. The only reason why I got this is because they had that 25% off sale. I've unsubscribed to everybody except for Ulta as far as makeup and stuff, so I won't be tempted to buy. But these are $10 too for 5 shadows, where like your 9-pan palettes are like $12. So anyway, it's a whole lot of jibber jabbering, but it's like I can't be vocal about some things that aren't fair, and not all things. And I really think, you know, Hourglass is also very guilty of it. And what really pisses me off about Hourglass is they've used this beautiful woman of color in their marketing campaign, and the colors of the palette aren't even deep enough for her. They're not even deep enough for her. So it's like false advertisement. And it's something that they can easily remedy. It's so easy to just make something a little darker, you know, add some extra pigment, do whatever you need to do to make sure that you have a formula that meets your quality, but also will work on any skin tone out there. And even the deepest of the deep people should have options when it comes to makeup. It's 2021. We need to stop. We need to step it up. So I picked up the Wild Child, which you guys are probably going, Missy, you don't like browns like that, you guys. The glitters is what got me in this one. Actually, it's not even this palette. So this is what the palette looks like. It's really pretty. Again, I love the glitters and the shimmers in this, but I wanted the Super Shocks, and I'll share those with you in just a second. I mean, I am not huge on warm tones, but this palette, it speaks to me on another level. I don't mind this palette at all. I think the colors are beautiful. It's definitely one that I prefer, you know, the shimmers over the mattes. But it's still really pretty. But again, I really bought it for the Super Shock shadows. And it was 25% off, and then they had, like, the bundle was just like $2 or $3 more than if you were buying them separately. So I just went ahead and did the eye bundle. I didn't get the face products or anything like that. So this is the Super Shock Shadow in Free Reign. I've already swatched all of these because shiny. I mean, look at that. That's so deep and so pretty. And it was the reflect that I was really like, oh, give it to me. Give it to me. I need it in my life. And again, that was Free Reign. I don't know if these are in stock. That's another thing that really grinds my gears about Colourpop. It's like you release 9,000 things in a week, but you won't restock what people have already bought or what they want. And it doesn't make any sense. This one is Basic Instinct. I do like the giraffe print. Giraffes are my favorite land animal. Giraffes, sloths, otters. If you guys live in Texas, you have to go to Fossil Rim down in Glen Rose because the giraffes will eat out of your hands. This is Basic Instinct. This one right here. So again, so pretty, so warm. So warm, but so pretty. Like, oh, it's just so pretty. And again, the Super Shocks are what sold me on this, and the glitter and the, because I think it has a perfect purple reflect in it. And if it hadn't been on sale, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. And like I said, I may not buy from them again. I don't know. It just depends on, you know, what they do to fix things going forward. This one is Run Wild. This is really, really sparkly. Isn't that pretty? Yes, Misty, it's beautiful. I thought so too. This one definitely has some purple. I think it has purple and pink reflect in it. Aren't those just beautiful? Oh, I just love them. And I know not everybody loves their Super Shock formula. I love it. Give it to me every day of my life. But that's it. That's my ramblings on Colourpop and why I'm on the fence about purchasing from them anymore. Not that I really need anything. So this was $65 for everything. And so that leaves me with what? $180? $185? $185 in my $250 budget for the year. I do have a pretty good cart going at Ulta. The thing about Ulta is I have like $40 in points. There's nothing that I really need, but there's definitely some things I want. But it may just be putting stuff in the cart just to feel like I'm shopping and not really shopping. But yeah. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Before you leave, make sure that you leave me a comment, subscribe, hit the like button, all the YouTube-y things. All of my social media is linked down below. I'm Misty Pans over on Instagram. You can check out my At Home with Misty channel or my Jolly Fat Elf channel if you're interested in my health and fasting journey, or if you're interested in card making or planning, crafting, coloring, all the things. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate you. If you've tagged me on Instagram, I'm sorry, I suck at Instagram. I think I mentioned it before. I'm trying to do better, and I promise I will get there someday, but I'm not there yet. But yeah, so thanks guys so much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.